know from officials, according to officials and eyewitnesses, is that a series of explosions, possibly 5 to 6, took place when this meteor exploded in the air, raining down molten hot debris onto the ground. Now, this has caused widespread panic in at least 3 cities. Witnesses reported the walls of houses shaking, windows being blown out, cell phones even reportedly stopped working in some areas. There has been some concern about potential small injuries at a school, unconfirmed, so some schools are reportedly being evacuated. We're also hearing that a zinc factory was hit by a piece of the meteor, but no leaks reported so far. The biggest issue right now is the falling debris and the smoke, the black smoke that people are reporting that is hanging in the air. So very, very shocking. One interesting fact of note is that the world is closely watching another meteor that's supposed to graze past the Earth later on this evening. That's the size of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. This is an unrelated incident.
On the ground, chaos as fragments slammed into Earth. Witnesses say they thought a war had broken out.
It streaked across the Siberian sky and smashed into the Earth with the power of an atomic bomb, injuring more than 1,000 people, mostly from broken glass.
It says, and there shall be signs in the sun. Ooh, imagine that. And in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. That means that all these boats getting sunk and caught on fire, and all the famine, and all the pestilence, everything, Luke telling you about that. One Luke, though. I'm sure it wasn't no damn white man named Luke. It was a black guy that was dropping it like it's hot. You better believe it was a melanated man dropping it like it's hot. It said, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, the lights, the spaceships. Listen what it says. Men's hearts failing them for fear. That means they're having heart attacks. And for looking at those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Now, the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Don't you understand what that means? It means that the universe, so powers that I'm telling you about, the universal elements are coming back to the earth, shaking things up, making people see that you're very, very misguided and that you need to change your conceptualization, because all you are is a big old planet of hateful ass, selfish people that lets people be neglected so much that they become homeless and die on the earth. That is so much sustainment given to everyone from the universe, and just a few hands of people want to hoard everything and selfishly watch everybody else die and don't do well, okay? And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Well, we know who's showing you the greatest signs from heaven. The guy who controls the light ships. Whether you like it or not, I will be the person that has to say so over this planet. Watch and see.
And in a startling coincidence, Earth has had its closest encounter with a large asteroid in living memory this morning. The 45-metre asteroid skimmed past Earth just 27,000 kilometres away, but it's a record close call.
But that's closer than some of our orbiting satellites.
Well, it has certainly been a strange 24 hours for things coming at us from space. The giant asteroid that came close to Earth, the meteor that exploded in Russia, and now tonight's breaking news, a meteor streaking across the Bay Area sky.
Reports are coming in from around the bay, but mostly on the peninsula.
Another meteor.
I've never heard it like that. It's usually loud.
Look how green
By
it
the
is.
time the tornado hit Hattiesburg, residents say it looked
I like the green light.
All of a sudden, the sky went dark, and then came the sound of terror. A giant tornado screaming through town.
I've never heard it like that. It's usually loud.
By the time the tornado hit Hattiesburg, all of a sudden the sky went dark, and then came the sound of terror. A giant tornado screaming through town.
I've never heard it like that. It's usually loud.
By the time the tornado hit Hattiesburg, all of a sudden the sky went dark, and then came the sound of terror. A giant tornado screaming through town.
I've never heard it like